If you haven't read the Chimp Paradox yet, then you could be in for a shock with this video, as it is not a book review. I read the book in 2012 and over the last decade I've applied its principles to my life to the nth degree. And this is the brutal truth of what happened. This is not a book review written by some would-be self-help guru who's just flicked through the pages. I've tested it, I've lived it, and this is my story. The book just resonated with me. From the moment I leant up against that Waterstones bookshelf and I opened the first pages, and the first page I opened was, "The chimp is 5 times stronger than the human." So what exactly does that mean? Well, this is the first important aspect to understand in the Chimp Paradox, that you have this primitive part of your brain that is installed in you from birth and is constantly trying to protect you. It's getting all the information from your senses and it's assessing if the situation's safe to continue. And it is 5 times stronger than you. It'll give you a fight, flight or freeze reaction to start with, if there is very imminent danger. If there isn't, it will look into another part of the brain, which is called the computer. And this is the concept that you have to understand in this Chimp Paradox model, that you have 3 parts: the chimp, the human and the computer. Once you understand that, and you can recognize when you're working on which part of the brain at any one time during your day, then you're on the key to success. And this is what really helped me. Once I was able to grasp the principle that the chimp was looking into the computer for reference on how to act, then I was on a winner. And this is what you really want to understand in the book. Many people I see review this book and they just state, you've got a chimp, they have a laugh about it and they name it, and that's as far as it goes. So many people who read the book only get that far as well. But you have to get into the depths of the computer, because that's where the strength lies. Because the computer runs at 20 times faster than the humans. So it will overpower the human and the chimp. And this is where you have to get it right. To do this, you have to understand the inner workings of the computer, part of your brain. You have to understand that there's a section there where you've got your values in life, and you have to install those values correctly. You have to understand what you want in life and what you value in life. This is done by using a set of value cards, sorting them out and getting them down and make it to about 5 values if you can, and then making a physical representation of it. It's called the Stone of Life. And then also on that Stone of Life you have to have your truths of life, what you believe is true. Now, Steve Peters gave me some great insight by reading the book and listening to him in the conferences, and he said if you put a few truths of life on your Stone of Life, and then you will have a much more resilient chimp, because when it looks into there and it sees these things of the truths of life, what you really believe in life, then life won't greatly affect your chimp. And the main 2 that I took from Steve are, life's not fair and the goalposts move. And if you get up every day thinking that life ain't fair and the goalposts move, there's not very much going to upset you, and you're able to push forward through most of the problems you face in your day. And it's a great stabilizer for the chimp because it knows that life ain't fair. Another part is an exercise called the life force. Now, I really do not want to go into detail on this video, because you need to do this yourself. And if I tell you now exactly what it is, it's there in the Chimp Paradox. I'm not holding anything back for you. You can go and you can read it, but you have to do this exercise as it says in the book. And if I tell you about it now, and you understand about it before you do it, then you're not going to get the true result out of it. So I'm not going to tell you that, but that needs to be done. You need to do the life force exercise. If you want me to go through the life force exercise with you, I will. If you want to contact me below, I'll go through it on Zoom with you if you want me to. I don't care. I just really want people to embrace this model. But if I say this is what you do now, you have time to think about it and then do it, you will not get the right result. And it's critical, because once I'd done this exercise, this was another key force that actually programmed my computer correctly, and it enabled me to overcome my chimp. So I'm doing a lot of talking about the model, but what actually happened? Well, as you've seen at the beginning, I was physically obese. I was maybe 19 stone in weight. I'd never done any physical exercise, and I decided to start running because I wanted to be healthier. I was getting like pains in my legs when I was standing for a long while. I was out of breath on the smallest of hills. 48 years old, there was a heart attack waiting to happen. And what I managed to do was to install in my computer that I really wanted to become fitter, and when my chimp looked into there, then it allowed me to carry on. And if you hadn't got the correct values installed in there, then I wouldn't have carried on. So I went from there, I went from lamppost to lamppost for 1 month, and I gradually added another lamppost and another lamppost, and in 1 month I managed to run my first ever non-stop mile. That might not seem much for some people, but I can tell you now, for me at that time, that was huge. Absolutely huge. And there's a few people who watch this video and people who've helped me along the way. They know how much that meant to me. I then went from there to run 2 miles, and then I started running with a coach called, you might have seen him on Instagram, Gary House, and I've done some interviews on here with him, and then he helped me perfect my technique and increase my running capacity. I've done 10k, I've done half marathon, full marathon, metric marathon, and I ended up doing ultra marathons, which has involved the Kielder 32 mile ultra, called the Iv'e 28.5 miles, the 4 of the Recce's on the Lakeland 100 mile circuit, and then I completed the Lakeland 50 mile ultra marathon. I was very pleased with that, and I then decided to apply that principle of nurturing the chimp, controlling the chimp, programming my computer to move my business forward. Because I'd always wanted to expand. It was a 1-car driving school, and I gradually understood and installed the computer to allow my chimp to make the steps to expand my business, and now it's ever growing forwards now, up to 12 cars at the moment. So those are the things that you can do if you understand this model. And I'm willing to help anybody. If anybody wants to just comment below, I can certainly give you some guidelines on it. I'd more than love to help, because one of the values that I installed on my computer is that I love to help people. That is one of my values in life, and if I'm doing that, I'm happy, and my chimp's happy, and I'm helping people. So if you want to, just leave some comments below, ask me anything you like about the Chimp Paradox, and it will be my greatest pleasure to help you in any way. You definitely want to read the book. If you've thought about it, read it. Just understand the model. Understand which part is communicating, that the chimp is getting all the information from your senses, it's processing whether it's safe to move on, it's checking on future past references in your computer, and then it's deciding whether it can let you do what you want in life. Once you understand that, and then you understand that the power is in the computer part, because that's where the chimp's looking, that's where the human's looking, that's what's running your life. You program that, and then you'll get results. And that's why I wanted to do this video, because many self-help gurus, I see reviews on this book, all they talk about is the chimp, and have a mini little laugh about the chimp. That's not the key to it. It's an important part, but it's not the key. It's the computer. It's learning how it works and setting it up correctly. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you buy the book. I hope you comment below, and I hope